inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it locked.
Yeah. Chicago Bravado once again got their ass kicked. Angel Reese was so bad last night, the announcers calling the game, they were laughing at her performance. Check out some highlights for yourself. Well, Casey, you always do this. You select a couple of bad plays and try to convince us that Angel Reese isn't a superstar.
A multi-billion-dollar brand, a ghost of its former glory, made one of the most audacious bets in modern sports history. They signed a player they crowned as the next culture-shifting icon, promising a signature shoe and a glorious new era. But now, with that multi-million-dollar launch looming, they are trapped in a public relations inferno, because their chosen star has become famous for all the wrong reasons. This isn't just a story about a struggling player. It's a slow-motion documentary of how one of the most hyped endorsement deals in recent memory is imploding before our very eyes, fueled by an unstoppable torrent of viral clips that showcase spectacular, almost unbelievable failure.
Angel Reese, face up. Oh, here we go. Oh, snap. Cook up. Crossover. Crossover. Right to the rack. And but we got our own rebound. Beautiful. We got our own offensive rebound. Here we go again. A little bit of travel action in there. And we missed another. But don't worry. We grabbed our second rebound. Let me just posture up real quick. Talk my ish. You can't guard me. You can't guard me. Point forward.
To understand the depth of this crisis, you have to understand the desperation that birthed it. For years, Reebok had been adrift in the world of basketball. The brand that once dominated with the pump and Allen Iverson's iconic question sneakers had become an afterthought, utterly eclipsed by Nike and even up-and-comers. Then, a savior figure arrived, Shaquille O'Neal. Taking the helm as president of Reebok Basketball, Shaq's mission was personal. He wasn't just a corporate executive, he was a legend trying to resurrect the brand that first took a chance on him. He knew he needed more than a good player. He needed a lightning rod. He needed a personality so big it could pull Reebok back into the cultural conversation. He found his answer in Angel Reese. Fresh off a national championship and already a household name, Reese was the perfect candidate. With her Bayou Barbie persona and an unapologetic social media presence, she was a ready-made brand. The deal was historic, a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract making her the face of Reebok's basketball revival, complete with a signature shoe slated for 2026. The hype machine went into overdrive, with Reebok CEO boldly comparing her to game-changers like Iverson and Shaq himself, dominant forces who redefined their positions. It was a bet not on proven professional skill, but on raw influence. And it was a bet that would soon go horribly publicly wrong.
Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin Angel Reese's
in math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese impacts.
Beneath the glossy veneer of marketing campaigns and audacious predictions, a shocking on-court reality began to fester. In her professional season, Angel Reese has produced a statistical anomaly so bizarre it borders on the surreal. She is aggressive, constantly attacking the basket and drawing contact, which is why she ranks 3rd in the entire league for layup attempts. But here is the number that has sent shockwaves through the sport. She is converting those layups at a jaw-dropping 31.5%. This isn't just a slump, it's a statistical black hole. To put this in brutal perspective, the league average for finishing layups hovers between 70% and 80%. A layup is the most fundamental shot in basketball. It's the equivalent of a professional chef burning toast, or a world-class sprinter tripping over their own feet at the starting line. For a 6'3" elite athlete, physically built to dominate in the paint, to fail at this rate is inexplicable. It points to a breakdown that is either deeply technical or profoundly psychological, leaving analysts, coaches, and even her most ardent supporters asking the same question: how is this even possible?
Wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this: fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of like fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing.
Through All-Star break, we come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury, we come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh,
At first, the whispers of her struggles were confined to stat sheets and hardcore fan forums. Then, the laughter started. It began as confused murmurs from the broadcast booth. But as the misses piled up, game after game, the tone shifted from analytical concern to outright disbelief. The dam broke during one game, where after another impossibly clanked layup that should have been an easy 2 points, a commentator couldn't suppress a chuckle on the live broadcast. It wasn't a malicious laugh, but something worse, the sound of genuine professional astonishment. That single moment signaled a critical turning point. Reese's struggles were no longer an insider secret. They were a public spectacle. Her missed layups spawned an entire online cottage industry. Meticulously edited low-light compilations, often set to circus music or sad dramatic piano scores, went viral, racking up millions of views across TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. She was no longer just a basketball player. She had become the sport's favorite unintentional comedian. And this is the kind of viral fame that doesn't just fail to sell sneakers. It actively damages the brand trying to sell them.
I went to school with. I'm not gonna follow people who are not friends of mine, but acquaintances, right? Again, you don't have to. I'm not gonna do that to you. But again, sometimes I'd be looking at their page and like, bro, you were fucking lucky, cause I wanted to unfollow you so fucking bad, but again, I'm not no celeb, so I ain't gonna do it. But I low-key be plotting on niggas to unfollow me, just so I could be like, bitch, I don't even fuck with you like that. For real, for real. And a lot of times I be wanting to unfollow people because a lot of people don't even really post.
Marsh has this point forward thing on lock. Tyler Marsh has this Angel Reese point forward thing on lock. There we go, pushing the pace. Oh, yeah, Angel. It's okay. Don't be mad. All right, here we go. We got an entry pass. It looks like it's going to be to Elizabeth Williams, and oh, goodness.
If one moment could perfectly encapsulate this burgeoning disaster, it came in a high-profile game against the New York Liberty. In a horrifying 12-second sequence, Angel Reese provided the world with a masterclass in how to turn a routine offensive possession into pure slapstick. After getting the ball right under the basket, her first shot attempt clanged harmlessly off the rim. Displaying her trademark hustle, she wrestled the rebound away from defenders, only for her second, more desperate attempt to be swatted right back in her face. The crowd groaned. She recovered the ball again, but a third, even more frantic putback met the same fate. 4 straight missed shots from point-blank range in 12 seconds. The clip didn't just go viral. It detonated online. It became a living meme, the ultimate exhibit of her struggles. It wasn't just a bad play. It was the persistence in failing, a shocking lack of composure condensed into one perfectly shareable, endlessly rewatchable video. For Reebok, this was a multi-million-dollar marketing nightmare, playing out on a national stage. Every share, every sarcastic comment, was another sledgehammer blow to the foundation of their blockbuster deal.
Failure can sometimes be more profitable than success. Reese's missed layups rack up millions of views. Her questionable shot choices spark endless meme threads. And her overall "what was that" moments have become a goldmine for sports commentary channels.
She had a good game, 22 points, 13 rebounds, but she shot terribly. She got bailed out so many times, throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki Area Fan got the...
It's created a strange, almost perverse incentive, where athletic...
This deeply personal struggle is now the anchor dragging her entire team to the bottom of the league. The Chicago Sky are in the midst of a catastrophic season, playing a disjointed, often unwatchable brand of basketball that has them cemented in the WNBA's basement. Reese's staggering inefficiency isn't a footnote to their problems. It's a central theme, but here is the maddening paradox that makes the situation a true coaching nightmare. As dysfunctional as the Sky are with her on the court, They have proven to be catastrophically worse without her. During a recent stretch where she was sidelined, the team went on a brutal winless streak, looking completely rudderless. They are trapped in basketball purgatory. Her rebounding and sheer presence are just valuable enough to prevent them from being historically terrible. But her offensive black hole makes it impossible for them to be even remotely competitive. This has created a full-blown franchise identity crisis, a systemic failure with Reese, their supposed cornerstone, as its crumbling centerpiece.
But there's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. On TikTok, he's put together a load of Angel Reese clips, and it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses. Bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest. And my whole thing is this, dude. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. Yeah, I mean,
Compounding this chaos is the point forward experiment, a tactical gamble by rookie head coach Tyler Marsh that has backfired in spectacular fashion. The idea was to leverage Reese's reputed court vision and ball handling by having her initiate the offense. A successful point forward, like a Nikola Jokic or a LeBron James, is an elite decision-maker who elevates their entire team. But for Reese, the role has only served to magnify her weaknesses. Instead of putting her in a position to succeed near the basket, it has stranded her on the perimeter, where her high turnover rate and questionable shot selection become even more glaring. The strategy frequently ends with her forcing a frantic drive into a crowded lane, culminating in the same predictable result, a tough contested shot at the rim that she simply cannot finish. It was a desperate attempt to find an unconventional way to unlock her potential, but instead, it has only put her most glaring flaws under a brighter, harsher spotlight for the entire world to see.
It's so bad that when Caitlin Clark and her were supposed to face off against each other the other week, the ticket sales went down from $100 to like $5 because Caitlin Clark got injured. She had a quad injury, so she wasn't playing. So guess what? No one wanted to go watch. And if you don't know Caitlin Clark, she's pretty much the GOAT of the WNBA and is the reason why people are watching. No one watches you, Angel Reese. No one watches you. The only thing that I enjoy watching is all the clips on TikTok of you just countlessly just missing every
Looming over this entire unfolding drama is the giant shadow of a rival, Caitlin Clark. Forged in their epic college championship battle, their professional careers have veered onto dramatically different trajectories. While Reese battles her own fundamentals, Clark has transitioned seamlessly into a global phenomenon, living up to the monumental hype with record-shattering performances, sellout arenas, and soaring television ratings. Clark is the can't-miss kid who didn't miss. This stark, unavoidable contrast makes Reebok's bet on Reese look worse with each passing day. Clark's immediate success with Nike, Reebok's eternal rival, serves as a constant brutal reminder of what a modern sports endorsement superstar is supposed to be, an electrifying fusion of overwhelming hype and undeniable elite performance. The rivalry has moved beyond the court. It's now a proxy war between two of the world's biggest shoe brands, and right now Reebok is getting crushed.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
Also with the miss, Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, "Give me that. How about another?" Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Ironically, the most merciful plot twist in this entire saga has been Reese's recent back injury. While injuries are never fortunate, her forced absence from the court provided a brief, almost miraculously convenient pause from the weekly parade of basketball blunders. The timing was impeccable. It came just as the viral low-light reels were reaching their absolute peak of saturation, giving Reebok's shell-shocked marketing team a desperately needed chance to catch their breath and regroup. Even more fortuitously, the injury kept her out of a nationally televised, highly anticipated showdown with Caitlin Clark. It spared everyone, Reese, the team, and the brand, from what would have been a media circus, a direct head-to-head comparison where every single possession would have been dissected under a microscope. Her absence prevented a potential public humiliation of the highest order. For Reebok, this injury wasn't just a physical setback for their star. It was a gift-wrapped, albeit temporary PR reprieve.
her dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Linkers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record. Look at her resume in the WNBA.
All of this leads directly to the billion-dollar migraine, now throbbing inside Reebok's corporate headquarters. The ironclad rule of athletic endorsements is ruthlessly simple. Winning and success sell. Fans buy the shoes to capture a piece of the greatness. But what precisely is the marketing pitch for the Angel Reese signature shoe? The brand is trapped in a creative and financial nightmare. They have already invested years of research and development, and millions of dollars into a product for a player whose on-court performance now actively repels the very idea of athletic excellence. The whispers from inside the industry are growing into a roar. Sources claim Reebok is scrambling for a plan B, likely pivoting the shoe away from performance and rebranding it as a lifestyle line, a quiet admission that their star lacks on-court credibility. Others speculate about an indefinite delay of the 2026 launch, a move to buy time and pray the public forgets. The damage, however, may already be done. This isn't just about one failed shoe. It threatens to make the entire Reebok basketball division a laughingstock, completely undoing the very revival Shaq was hired to orchestrate. We are now watching the final seconds tick down on a time bomb. The 2026 launch date, once a beacon of hope for Reebok, now looms like a doomsday clock. Every new clanked layup, every new viral meme, and every demoralizing loss for the Chicago Sky turns the screw tighter. What was meant to be a triumphant return to the heart of basketball culture is now on the verge of becoming the ultimate cautionary tale. The powerful hype machine they built for Angel Reese is now hopelessly tangled in the same net she keeps bricking shots into. The narrative is no longer about her potential. It has become defined by her perplexing and very public failures. The final question is no longer if Reebok regrets this monumental investment, but how they will manage the fallout. Will they cut their losses and orchestrate a quiet corporate pivot? Or will they push forward and risk releasing what could become the most famously awkward, most expensive, and most spectacular punchline in the history of sports marketing?